back with more Vanessa Gaming. I don't know what flavor that's going to be. Maybe it'll be wide weapon, single weapon, maybe some aquatic type stuff. Who knows? This is actually a nice thing with Clamra here to just immediately get started on some boards. So I'll do that. I mean, these other two could be something later down the line, but I'm not banking on it too much. We could get something from here for free, but non-weapons, if that's kind of what we're going towards. Because, I mean, early, this is not actually a bad early thing to have on board just because it's going to actually scale with the catfish. If we're going to go kind of pacifist a little bit early here, I don't actually hate it. Could scale this up, use this as like a tiny piggy bank. And I actually think coral armor is a little slept on when it comes to really early days, but I'm going to skip for the rest right now. We're going to get 2 more spaces on the board. I want to fight this guy so we can try to get his skill, because if we do, then this immediately as we go into a fight is going to heal, and then it'll give us 2 seconds of haste on our items. That's what I was immediately thinking of when I saw this item. Clamra is so good because it's one of those start a fight items, just like a Molten Core or something, an Icicle, where you can go in and immediately shoot it and just get your board moving, and a lot of different skills can really get stuff like that going. So that interests me. Let's see if we get it. If not, yeah, duct tape. Not really what we want to see, but it's fine. There's some other stuff I would definitely love here. I'm just gonna upgrade the fishing rod early for econ purposes, and we can start getting silver aquatics straight on day 2, which is as early as it possibly could be, you know. So that's not the worst thing in the world. Upgrading catfish itself would have been nice, so you get more poison on it. I could just do extra poison on it right now. Do I think we're going to stick poison throughout this build? Which, if I don't think I will, then burn would probably be smarter. But I really can't tell. You know, I don't know yet where we're going to go. I'd want to give ourselves the best chance we have on day 1 here, and I think... Oh. I think maybe it's... a little bit of burn, too. Isn't the worst thing in the world. Yeah, that can help, because... yeah, it's possible for this build to win. Not likely, I wouldn't say, but we're gonna give it a go. It really depends what this guy has. Again, Vanessa can be so good early, because she can just have crazy rushdown. Depending on your weapon build, this guy's a Bolus. Wow, you got an immediate crow's nest with a turbo cannonball. That's fascinating. Yeah, I mean, once he runs out of ammo, he's done. And yeah, there we go, get a little freeze on him. I can only freeze 1 item. So that's pretty great. The burn did good at the beginning, knocked a little bit of his health off. Oh, he is? Oh, he has terrain, so he's self-scaling. That's kind of funny. He's out of ammo, though, and as you can see, we have 57 poison, so that's kind of what I was hoping for. We could just get enough poison out there. With double scaling, even if catfish is at bronze, we can take somebody out like that. He's got a lot of promise, though, for that, because getting an early crow's nest like that, I'm sure on day 2, he just needs to look for like a katana as my usual go-to weapon, but he might even be able to fight like Tempest Bravo. We have friends here. We can go Tiny Furry Monster and get a skill. I feel like left-handed has more chance of becoming useful, even though Keen Eye is nice, but it's only 4%, but I do like Aquatics Shop, even though we don't have the most money in the world. Because here we have Zorkid, which is a part of so many builds, because we can get that on board and double haste this guy, or take the fishing rod off, which makes me think, yeah, I was like, what do we get? Kind of silly that this can fish up a chum, but then the chum doesn't give you a piranha, because it's when you buy this, get a piranha. Kind of wish it'd still give you the piranha. It's a little weird there. But that could be good for some crit chance, actually. And it's too expensive of a roll unless I want to sell some stuff down, which I definitely could. Since it's an aquatic shop, get double poison scaling with Yeti Crab and just have that. But I'm going to look around and see, because, yep, Sea Dog is one of those things I just love to get. Okay, we have only 1, so I can go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't really want to sell that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I sell all of that. I think it gets there, which is crazy, I know, but I'm going to do it because, yeah, that's 7. Yeah. Okay, we could actually keep the Zork, which I'm going to keep the Zork. I like that. We'll get that on board, and it's already 3 times casting. That's good. Now we need to find a way to get some burn. We could try to get a cloak here And if you get a cloak, actually, every time this goes off, it would 3 times cast, give itself 3 seconds of haste, which wouldn't be bad to kind of trigger it a bunch. We're just hoping those haste hit the catfish as much as it can, and then try to get the catfish to silver. Our board will expand before the next fight. So the question is, what other friends could we get out here? Oh, a little bit of flag there, that's weird. And probably some burn too, so we can get this Zorkid going more often. But getting such an early Sea Dogs is pretty huge, especially because we won day 1, so we're not even behind on fights or anything. We already got that early win, so we can just try to keep going from there. I'm gonna check this out. Weapon or apparel. The loot sounds good. Region sounds fine. I want to see if I can get a mantis shrimp. Just anything from this? Okay. Because at this point, it's probably going to be a mantis shrimp build. Like, is that very exciting? No, but it's kind of what you get to. I'm fine selling both of these for a good shop. If we can find one. I'm just going to take a regular bronze item. It's going to be a grenade, which I don't mind putting that on board with left-handed and just having it hit. Perhaps getting a crit out of it could be pretty good. But this is what I want to see, non-weapons. We have a few things we can sell here. Seaweed is nice as another aquatic that we can scale up, especially scaling pretty quickly with the Sea Dogs as it's a multicasting object. Our other option is getting a powder horn on board and reloading this boy. I think I'd rather grab some heals, and I will roll just in case there's... Oh my god. Well, there's no way I can do that one because I'm at 5. Even if I sold everything, it'd be like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So can't quite make that happen. But what I'm actually looking at is volcanic vents, perhaps. Like going like this is, I think, our best choice. Because with 2 items out there, this was scaling. Yes, it's nice. But that took 2 other targets that could take the haste from this. Because remember, this doesn't haste everything. It's just haste 1 item. So with this, at least, it's also something that's burning 3 times. So it's like the ultimate Zork. So that's what I'm looking for there. We're going to keep Zork where it is in between Catfish and the Sea Dogs. I wanted to do that the most. Weapons here, scary considering that he has Lumbors, but it's only at bronze Lumbors. We did take our healer off the board, which kind of sucks. I'm just hoping we can kind of beat him down before that matters too much. None of our haste hit our Catfish there, which really sucks. Its only good thing is that we have the Zork, so it's always going to be directly hitting the cat. And now it gets another day 2 win. Okay, good, good. Not another day 2 win, but the day 2 win. Another win in general is what I meant to say. Need to work on our econ, but obviously we've rolled down for some expensive stuff. We have a couple of other things in the bag. We can sell the grenade, not for much. We want to get health going too at some point. You could have a mantis shrimp. Smalls and mediums. Yeah, let's check this shop out. I don't actually hate the idea of rowboat. I'm not going to roll on this one. Obviously, there's no large items we want to sell, so we can't do any bonus selling on her. And there's no friends there, so we're not going to worry about that too much. Do we want to get other friends on the board? For sure. A Yeti Crab on the other side of this guy would be fine. And like I said, let's look for a mantis shrimp. Okay, this is interesting. With an electric eels here, but that only sells for 2. Yeah. I'm not willing to sell down just to get electric eels. If it was at bronze, maybe. Again, I'm going to look for a mantis. Okay, we'll just take a Zork upgrade. 2 seconds of haste on it now instead of 1 is very nice. Keep our engine moving just as fast as it can. Electric eels will be interesting. It's just that it takes up... This lady is a ticket, by the way, so we're going to take her out and just try to get as much gold as we can. And or the skill, because the skill here would be awesome. Eels would take up 3 spots. So, like, it's another friend, but with 2 large items, it becomes really hard to run a double large item board just because you'd be very specific about what else you put on there. And when Sea Dogs gets its multicast off of having as many friends as possible, we'd rather try to do that with small and medium type friends. There's even potential... Like, I could look for Toxic Flame skill. That is perfect. Awesome. Try to do, like, Elemental Death Charge shenanigans. Just thinking if we're trying to do Mantis Shrimp at some point, then I want to get a shot glasses from this. But if I want my best chance of winning this day with no guarantee of seeing a Mantis Shrimp, then it's most likely upgrade Catfish. And I could upgrade Volcanic Vents too, because the burn is very nice with it, but this will scale a little faster. since we're getting the guaranteed haste from this. And then we can upgrade our bronze again. We can get the seaweed out there, which I just might, but again, I don't want things taking the haste too much. I think I will upgrade the volcanic vents. It's our best chance of getting as much damage as possible before this fight. And that's really what we're looking at right now. This could just be some nice extra burn for the vents versus this. We're not guaranteed to get anything. I don't even have that much money, but I know this is 5. So I'd rather just spend on this, let him scale his poison live in the fight, and get this to 8 there. Again, I'm not sure if I want to put these in. This is only 50 damage. Max, it could be 100. Or if I put it in and take left-handed, cool, we could hit for 140. Like, that's nice, but it's also a target that could take the haste, especially when it could run out of ammo and then keep taking haste. That would suck. Seaweed is nice for some extra cleanse, to the point that I will put it in. And I'll just sell that. I really don't want to take an extra haste target on the board. This guy's only won day 1 and he lost day 2. So that means his board is probably a little bit in limbo and he's trying to figure it out, but he has 50 more health than us. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to get it built up and he's not quite there yet. That Awashawali triple cleanse, that sucks though. So I'm really glad that we went for the upgrade to the volcanic vents and put the extra burn on it, because you can see there, that's going to help us keep his shield down so we can attack the health with the scaling poison damage as well, and just stack both those ticks up so we can keep getting these early wins. This is the thing with Vanessa, she's so good at getting early wins, which I love, because getting an early wins is just a good way to get to 7, which, you know, in a video is always our goal. Just try to get to like 7 wins. Helps us rank up too. I think I can get to like Silver 3 or something if I can rank up here, which would be pretty cool. Again, weapons. I really do want that mantis shrimp. Don't have that much money, so I'm going to go docks really quick and just take a weapon. That's actually kind of funny, because that will scale with this property multicasting. So, not the worst thing in the world. Health and shield. Could be some good stuff there. Let's just take the gold and then take this fight. I'm pretty sure we can be Hellbilly. I mean, our burn was... I don't mean burn just as the burn. I meant burn and poison. Our damage in general was very solid in that last fight, and this guy doesn't even have as much shield as that last PvP enemy did. And the slows are nice too against him. He only has a few items, yeah. He has a ticket. That's something I've been trying to remember with these monsters, who actually has the tickets. So we can take him out, try to get that ticket, but textiles, I mean, hey, give me a restorative wrist warrior and we go to the moon, right? We do have 2 pig items on us right now, which is kind of funny. We're going to level up regardless, and I need to start hitting shops. We're use silver. I could transform that textiles, but I'd rather just look in shops, look for upgrades to our existing items, and something like anglerfish is absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and grab that. Yeah. I'll even swap it out for both of those. This immediate heal from Clamra doesn't really do anything for us at the moment. I guess actually it does, because... yeah, so we'll keep that in over seaweed, because seaweed's just bronze. If this was a silver seaweed, I would. But this is the same thing. Start of a fight, use this. Since it technically says use this, it is being used. So the first time you use an item, use this. So everything gets hasted 1 second at the beginning of a fight. This guy could have anything, so I will look to see what other items he has in case... yeah, see, we would have had enough to actually upgrade our sea dogs there, but not going to run into that. I could take shovel for a little econ, get a new item each day, but I'd rather just save our money here, because we should have one more shop. Haste goes to freeze is so good. Burn goes to crit chance is amazing too, but freeze is just so OP. I just have to take it. Silver items again will be great, but if we have a chance to get a fight, we always need to take that, because that extra XP is where you really want to start building up. I mean, we're just keeping up with the XP as we should right now. You can see right there though, that extra haste right at the beginning of a fight, very nice, especially because that's immediate for poison to this guy. And that is the easiest enemy you can fight on this day, the little dervish, but regardless, that seemed pretty darn good damage there. And there's that key now if you wanted it earlier anyways, and actually it's silver this time, when it was only a bronze before. Mrs. Delicious? Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. Why don't you hop in the oven, little bro? This person's playing a good bit, but they haven't gone perfect the whole day. They have 850 health, a little bit more health than us. And they're going single weapon, but they're not. They're just going crow's nest with a bunch of weapons so they can get the crit chance, which is very good on something like Cutlass, which is not getting lucky crits there quite yet, and this anglerfish is doing some work.
Bring her about.
That is nice. Yep, that's what I was looking for. Volcanic Vince, probably not staying on board long term. We want to get more friends if we can. I'm just thinking about which friends those would be. 40 burn, 56 burn. I was looking to see which did more burn there. I'm interested. I don't know. I'd probably take Volcanic Vince out, put in a shot glass. This is staying on board for a while at least, just because the start with rigged is really good, especially if we can get rigged ranked up. Gotta check mediums now that we have anglerfish and we're relying on it. This is actually interesting. You know, we could remove that and just put Puffer here. And then later on, if I got a shot glasses, I would take this out and just put in a shot glasses. Or just trade that for shot glasses at that point, because shot glasses go so quickly. But I am going to do this, even though... Now we'll look for a roll here, because we have some stuff we can sell. Of course they give me that upgrade. I don't want to be tempted. Get out of here. Get it out of here before I want to put it back on board. This is more fun. We're going to do this. Give the extra poison on the rightmost to the pufferfish here. And then let's slam some extra burn on our boy here instead of extra poison. Because we already have a little bit extra poison, so we'll even them up. But also I think burn is just a better status effect in the early to mid game. Poison kind of might outscale it when it gets late game, but that really depends on your enemy, because shields are going to be in almost every build late game. Let's see when the Sea Dogs goes off here. Oh yeah, that's some good charge. Yeah, if I'm thinking just take Catfish out, have a shot glasses. This is good for getting that immediate haste, because it scales this, and it also makes everything go faster, but then it is 2 seconds to charge for this guy as well. So you gotta remember that. That's 84 poison, 60 burns, 67 more poison coming out of this guy, which is why I wouldn't exactly want to take him off board right now, but later on, this guy will do a lot more. Especially if we had a shot glasses, he would charge so fast. It would be insane. We're just gonna do silver tier item in general, because almost everything on our board is silver tier, so okay. If we could have got anything on our board, we'd be very happy. Could upgrade Clamora, but we gotta look for shot glasses. Dive weights could be possible too. Now, this is interesting. Instead of running either of these, well, I guess what I'll say is imagine this. Go away. You can say it for a second. You could put this guy here. You could put Elemental Depth Charge here, and then you could put a Yeti Crab in between them, so we'd still have ×5 multicast, and then they would both scale each time this goes off, because, you know, it frees that many times. You are aquatic. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what, ×6 multicast, I think? ×5 or ×6 multicast. Yeah. I'm gonna grab it and roll. You're interesting too. So much so that I actually will grab you right now. But then I need to figure out what I want to do on this fight. And card table is fascinating too, because we could just run that in this slot. But you don't really want to do card table with a wide friend build, because you can't really control what it hits at that point. Next fight, we're probably just going to run this. As much as I like that start with the Clamora, I think I'm going to run it like this, but I'm already doing enough damage to where I feel like I'd rather have the Clamora start. But we get more multicast if we have another friend out there, which this is another friend. Yeah, so let's run it like that, and let's move him over so he can get the left-handed, just so he has a little extra damage when it actually goes off. Okay, and we're still perfect. This guy's lost a couple. Mac right now, I've tried to make several attempts to get like a good relic build, because I just unlocked the relic builds for Mac, and they are really weak right now. Like this is going to be blank slate. I haven't really tried this tomb. He already has the quest start done on it. I've not been able to hit it early. I mean, that seems like one of the best Mac items right there. You know, I say I can't make them work, and this guy's going crazy with them. So that's just because Freeze is overpowered, but yeah, of course you meet the one guy who can make this terrible items work, because he's just abusing Freeze. The best build I had with Mac was actually using this Black Ice with the relics. Yeah, that's like your best bet. I'm not going to go into detail what it was, but it was very fun. I wish that was Aerodrome. There's a lot of things I want. Oh. Okay. That really does kind of push me towards that. But I do need the Yeti crab to make it work as well as I want it to. This is very interesting too. If I sell both of these, I can get it. Since he's on board right now, I'll do it. And I really do want the Yeti crab too. Now I can't roll and look for it, which I'm fine with. And then I run in the aerodrome right after I spend all my money. We're just gonna get a med kit. That's fine. So I think we don't have any sustain right now. That's fine. We can abuse some freezes ourselves so we can get the depth charge going. Just want to get its cooldown as low as possible. Now with that gold, it'll be at 10 seconds, which is very nice. What I want to do, like I said before, I get a Yeti crab, put the depth charge in between pufferfish and the depth charge, and just have it go crazy. Would work very well. Yeah, we're just gonna upgrade the Sea Dogs itself. It takes a second off the cooldown when you upgrade it, so it goes into 5 seconds, because we need to have a star as fast as we can, which is why it was nice earlier when we had that Clamra in, because it was immediately starting us with haste, which I did really like. Okay, it was possible that was a Sea Dog, and we could get it immediately all the way up, so I wanted to check. Let's look for Pearl here, so we can try to get something to sell for money, which these are both enchanted, so they would sell for a bit. Anything you make has heavy. That's fascinating, because you're already silver, so like you could put me a heavy Zorkid, which if that was, that would be a perfect combo with Darkwater. I'll actually take that. At the very least, enchanted items sell for more. I'm gonna dump this stuff. So whatever enchanted items it makes, this guy's not doing good at all, so hopefully we can kill him. It'll sell for a little more, so it's just nice for Econ, especially because we got it free, so there's not like a return on investment we need to worry about. It's just immediately items. Okay, Mantis Shrimp Shenanigans, Calico, a lot of upfront burn and stuff. He could easily kill us for sure because we don't have any sustain. Looks like we're fine. We got a lot of stuff stacking there. And imagine that, when I get to use my items, because they're not permanently frozen, then I get to beat the snot out of people. Don't you love the Bazaar? I've been sick of the meta for sure lately. The game's definitely in the worst spot it's ever been in. But what I'm hoping for, sure, is that when the new season comes out, they do like a big sweeping change of a lot of things. I don't really want weapons, particularly a slowing item. Kind of like the idea of, but at the same time, I want to win days, and the easiest way to do that is just to have as much health as we can, so we can get as many casts of our stuff out. Chili Jarls is actually interesting. Joyful Jack, though, if we get the heal item, has some good skills for that. I've had some builds with this skill in it lately that have gone, you can do some crazy bouncing around. If you get something that's restorative, that can go off really quick. Like if you had a restorative Zorkid and you were charging it up, or a restorative Sea Dogs going off 6 times, you could like double charge this pufferfish. Or if you have restorative pufferfish, you know, it can scale a bunch, heal. If you can get a Yeti crab, of course, scaling it. Interesting. There'll be some nice money. And then just do some good shenanigans with that. There's some good gold tier skills, just in general. Haste skills. I want the one that's like the first time you use an item, haste a poison item, perhaps.
The third eye?
Yeah, there's the burn version of it. First time you use your leftmost item each fight, haste one item for 1 second. Is not bad either, because we can always just move this over. We still want you hasting you, though. Because this goes off 6 times immediately. So, actually, that's an amazing start for us. It is leftmost.
And we can ignore them.
Yeah, that's actually really good for us. Small and large, we actually have some money on us. I'd like to invest if we could find what I want. If Mantis Shrimp is staying on board right now, then we might as well upgrade it. There's a heavy chum bucket, which is actually interesting too, but I don't want to lose a multicast on this because of how much it's charging these guys. So if you're staying on board for right now, then I might as well do it. Silver Mantis Shrimp. Scale a little better, and if it can come out with a big swing, it can do some good stuff for us. 18 is still enough that I'm willing to look in these shops. Oh man, they really wanted me to do a volcanic vents run, didn't they? Seashell at gold is even tempting. Okay, there's Yeti Crab.
Your aura guided me to what
That's
I needed.
actually so interesting. Let me think of it staying on board, because there's also a dive voice there. So, here's what I gotta think. If we're doing this, it's like this. This is what I was kind of trying to explain to you. This only has 1 ammo right now. So what you're hoping for when it has 1 ammo is that it just gets to go off, and it's enough damage in that one go that it can just kill. Unfortunately, this is silver, so it's not going to scale the most in the world, but should still be fine. And the burns that come off of this too will still charge Zorkid. But it won't be as fast off to the races. I think I would keep you regardless, because we're still getting a bunch of haste. And if you're scaling without the Yeti Crab, then that's nice. Yeah, we do lose 1 multicast, but I think that's completely fine. And dive weights interest me for sure. We wouldn't even need Zorkid particularly if we had this spamming out a bunch of shots too. But you're lower cooldown, you're direct on both of these, whereas you are random, which is what you hit, just like you're random. I'm gonna buy and hold it because it's the end of the day, and in the future we might want it out. And then we still have ×6 on that, like I said. Combo Christ. Jesus Christ, playing Street Fighter be like. Okay. See if we can beat this guy. If he's trying to do pacifist type stuff, Sana. Okay, he's freezing because that's the world we live in. Gorsh. As long as I can go off, all you need. Yeah, there's some nice haste. Okay, there's the combo right there. So now we can see Pufferfish is going to get Jack too. Look at that. See how much poison that is? So that's the combo we were going for. What else do I want? I want to get Toxic Flame. Would be the perfect skill we could get. Because then every time you use a poison item, it scales up your burn. Every time you use a burn item, it scales up your poison. So we could double scale everything on this screen really well in combination with Yeti Crab and the burns and the poisons. That would be peak. There are definitely some more upgrades I want. And we have some stuff that we could sell. See, these are selling for more because they're enchanted. I guess I don't need as much base poison on these because now it's all about the scaling. So I will look in the shops then. Their shot glasses, too little too late because now I've moved away from that idea and I'm on this one, which I'd rather stay with this one, I think, especially because this is already a gold. So I won't buy that, but I will roll. Wait, why did it have to be these 2 large? Why couldn't it be this large? And I would sell everything and then... I think I'd be able to afford if I sold everything. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think you're ever getting on the board, little dive weights, so we're going to chill for now. Honestly, I think now's when we just start health maxing. I need the space for it. You're not coming back. You're never going in. I mean, you're not coming back, little bro. Let's be honest, none of you are coming back. And honestly, I want to start rolling on big health and then get some good items from enemies. Try to econ a little bit. I do need to save my money to some degree. I want more money, but I still want to take one more crack at getting equivalent exchange in case we get a restorative enchant at our level 10 or our lethal or just randomly in the future. Because if that happens, look at that. We're not getting frozen or slowed at all. Oof, I can go off like crazy. I love that. So if we get a restorative on probably just Sea Dogs, like that could really get things going like crazy. Black Rose. I mean, honest to God, that could give me a lot of regen, but it takes too long to go off, I think, and takes a friend off the board, takes an aquatic off the board, so not going to happen. Here we go. We can actually get some extra ammo here. Only 1, but even a second cast on this, if it ever comes down to that I'm living long enough and an extra cast goes off, that's peak. I'll look at mediums in case we get one of these. Not yet. Not gonna happen. Hey, Julian, what are you doing? Scratching your head, bro? You look like me when I'm watching the screen as I'm permafrozen and can't use my build. Okay, we could transform something. Probably just take a non-weapon. I mean, again, most of the stuff in here Actually, I want rocket boots.
Well, howdy.
I will look for rocket boots. Or that.
That's been sitting there 20 years.
That's
waiting
not...
for you. Hooey! Now that's
I'll spend on the burn, but not the poison, I don't think. And cooldowns are nice too.
Your part to clean up
Okay.
Bazaar.
That's an extra second of slow on this. Now it's going to slow one item times 5, of course, for 3 seconds. Get you up, take cooldowns down a little bit, because as low as we can get this is the better. So that 0.1 second, it could be the difference maker. Said I wasn't going to spend on poison. I'm sitting here like, whatever. It's the last shot we have before we go into the fight. And the higher I can start this guy, the better. So might as well do it. But now that he has 2 ammo, we're hoping that he can stay kind of perma-hasted. This guy's not doing that well, so hopefully we can get a 7 off of this. Would be very nice. And he hasn't hit lethal yet, so he doesn't have that lethal enchant, so not as scary. But he is a pig, so he does have a lot of health. 1,200 more health than us is very scary. Especially with Devarlian Drum, this is the exact kind of build that can burst us down before we can do too much. Because we need to have enough health and go off to have the burn and poison stuff kill him. But you can see that perma haste that we have there, this actually gets a second chance to go off. And then we have over almost 1,000 poison. I don't think it actually finished applying there, but 65, 72 poison on him. Here's a 99 poison. How much poison did the cat do? Actually, 172. Not that bad. Love to get the burn up. That's why I want that Toxic Flame skill. We're not going to get skills on our next level up, but we're going to get enchants. And that's where things could really pop for us. Just looking what I have to sell. If I go in here, medium golds cost 16, so I couldn't get this one, but I could get pufferfish. So I will look for pufferfish, but I just probably won't roll for it. Could grab that. Get gold enchanted every day, which will really give us some good econ. Maybe not the smartest investment, because there's only 3 days possible left to win. I'll just take the health, because we don't really have... I mean, what am I going to buy enchanted items with? I wish there was a steal mechanic where I could walk into a shop and be like, hey, I want that. And then I could just, like, yoink it.
I am literally...
I don't know if I could beat Pharaoh's Con. I'm like, nah, I probably definitely could have. Probably definitely, maybe short of probably could have. Yeah, I could have. But I was like, I don't want to get one tapped. I want to guarantee win fights right now and look for money. And also, I think it'd be really funny if Big Ego dropped and then I have, like, a little Zorkid healing or something. It'd be kind of quirky. Or we just do that and we get 8 gold off it. That is perfect. Okay. It's so tough not to go Radiant just because in the late days, you almost, like, need it. Or you just don't get to play sometimes. But if I have poison on this thing, I'm tempted to put it on pufferfish too. But I want it on here. Because that is going to be some crazy scaling. Every time this goes off, it'll scale as 8 times 60. Yeah, that could be nuts. Small as we want, I mean, Zorkid's really not going to make that much of a difference because it's already kind of perma-hasted board. Let's just take the portal and see what it delivers us. I don't really want to get rid of any of my health, but I could just get this for some money. 25 regions, not that good. I don't really want to give you crit, and I don't want that. So let's just take that. We can sell the dagger for 4 whopping gold coins. Or Bazaar bucks, as I'm being told they are called. I could just get this for some extra money. This is our last node of the day anyways. I'm just going to sell this stuff, get over 10, start the next day with 11, and get as much health as we can for the next fight, because again, we need to just health max right now. And, okay, he's not on lethal, but he is a level ahead of us, so he's probably still going to beat us in HP, because we haven't got that much time to HP max yet. Is it a railgun? Deadly forklift. Forklift is being slapped down right now, and he gets a wrist warrior. That's a shiny Kim Snail. This is scary. I want to get... Yeah, we're dead. Unless I can freeze something like that forklift. No, he's just going to crit us. Yep. It's a crit chance. 100%. 99%. Yeah. Whatever. Whatever. That's the fun of it, right? Can't freeze larges, so that's kind of the problem there. I'd love to get this diamond. See, that's sell for 8. And so a gold Sea Dogs would cost 24. But the same time as like passing up a monster, I'd rather not do. Because I want to race up and... Oh, yeah. If we could get Juggler, it would be 10,000 times more worth it than having this up, because we could start cycling like crazy with our items. It's the kind of skills you need late game, or you're just not going to win. Can we get more haste on the elemental depth charge? That'd be kind of cute or whatever. Okay. Not bad. See, if that went off a second time, we'd really be cooking. It's 726 before it even goes off a second time. So I do like that.
Waste of gunpowder.
Sure. That's what I wanted, a bronze hemlock. We'll just take the health for the day. That shield's not going to be after the actual NPC fight. So, and of course, no poison or burn skills because they hate me. I don't have any slowing. I have one weapon. So let's look. Skills unique to Vanessa. Exactly one weapon. It has flux 5 max ammo. Nope. Ammo item gains 5% crit chance for the fight. Yeah, I mean, that's not actually that bad for building up some crit. I'm looking for cooldowns, though, which we didn't hit it. This is another way to freeze, though. That's for skills. First time you use an aquatic item each fight. Haste one aquatic item for 2 seconds. Any other ways we can get to freeze is good. One, for scaling from Yeti Crab, which, by the way, I really want to get that upgraded, so I hope we find that soon. Just gonna go lower the base here. Just a little more scaling is what we need, because this thing's only getting the chance in most fights in these later days to go off once. We don't have any survivability. Like, even just some shields would be nice. I wish we did hit restorative earlier. I mean, look how much poison we're stacking up. Like, a lot. If he really was at gold, we'd be sitting pretty on it. Magic carpet. Yeah, we can sell it for a little bit at least. Decent amount of money in the bag. Extra XP. Take us 2. Then we need 3 more after this. We wouldn't level even if we take that this day, unless we got another lucky node after this. And I don't want to chop it down to luck, especially when I want a health max, but at the same time, everything's non-weapons, and I really need to get stuff leveled up. So we're gonna look here. And we're gonna whiff, because that's how it goes. Okay, we have one more shop opportunity with mediums. I mean, a free haste item could be Sea Dogs, could be Zorkid. We could just get our base stuff up here. But I'm gonna look for mediums, hope we can get pufferfish or this to diamond. Come on, please give me any items. Yeah. It's part of the bazaar that I hate, is the luck. Because there's a lot of parts of it. This guy has his lethal enchant. He can be kind of scary. The luck parts of the game are the shops, what enemies you're facing. Because you could get a build, like, this is scary for me. He probably will smack me. Because he has a wide weapon board, which is exactly what can counter me. I'm sure I can freeze everything on his board, but look, he's going up way quicker than us. He's scaling, and I don't have any regen. And he just froze the one thing that I need to go off to really scale and go crazy, right? Like, that's a lot of freeze I put on him. Sure, good amount of poison, but... Okay, there we go. Those freezes are saving me right there. Oh, he's cleansing really well with that katana. Okay, get to 8 at least. But it's all luck of the draw. All luck of the draw. Because you could get lucky every time, and you're the one countering everyone you hit. Well?
Botul does not kill. Botul spreads.
I could upgrade this to diamond. Or I can enchant the pufferfish. To be completely honest, I want to get this to diamond. That takes it out of the loot pool at least, so you won't see it popping up anymore, and it's 7.9 seconds. This thing going off is our entire contingency of winning. So I feel like I have to bolster it. Take more health, get ourselves to level 12. Gold tier weapon. We'll just take a gold tier item. It could be Sea Dogs. Or it could have been just a gold puffer. Gold, anything else really. Can I beat this guy? I feel like yes. I want the gold. It's no extra XP, of course, on these enemies anymore. But it's not a big deal. It's not really what I'm looking for. Where's that 1 extra XP? I don't think it's any. Either way. There we go. The second cast this thing. We're getting so unlucky with what's getting hit by the haste. Like, all these 3 have haste. This guy's got some haste on him. And that thing had no haste on it. And the entire way it was climbing up with its second charge. It's like, hello? Hit this guy? Your shield item's a 25 shield. It's at diamond. It can't pop up in our skill upgrade nodes anyway, so you might as well take it. We're gonna go straight here. It's an interesting item. Not for us right now, particularly, but in general, you make some cool builds with it for sure. Okay, nothing for us. Even taking this out of the loophole, we still can't hit a pufferfish. I really want to do more max health. Just health maxing, I mean to say. But yeah, I was like, we gotta look for something. We gotta look for item upgrades. And that is perfect. So that's 4 seconds. So 4 seconds start now. As soon as we hit 4 seconds, this is going to go through all of its haste and slows out, but also it triggers rigged. So we just get a bunch of charges this right at the beginning. Hopefully we can charge this guy up. Then Lefty Lucy goes off. So this guy goes to the moon at the beginning of a fight. There's some stuff we can sell if we hit something else here, but we didn't anyway, so that's fine. Hold everything in the bag and take it to the next fight. This guy is doing really well, and he's actually level 13, which we're not. That's why it's tough. There was that... No, even if I took that one note earlier, that was give 1 XP, I wouldn't be level 13. And he's dinosaurs, so I guess I just shouldn't have ever thought that I could play the game. That was foolish of me. Can I get my 1 item off and actually keep it, maybe? When did... Sorry, we're gonna lose, which is fine. Why is my Yeti car over here? Oh, I moved this back wrong. That's my fault. I moved this back wrong when I upgraded it, I think. That might have... Well, actually, it wouldn't have been a difference maker. It most likely would not have been a difference maker because this guy got destroyed. Ooh, burning is fun. Damage is fun. We're gonna put it on Puffer, no matter what we choose. Either will scale with this and his poison. I feel like since your burn doesn't scale, we're only scaling your poison, that putting more burn on this guy wouldn't be as good as just having him straight bash damage out. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
This is why I wear red.
Let's do that.
So the crew won't see me bleed.
So that'll scale up, starts at 120, but of course, if... Wow. Why did they spin my face like that? Because if I would have just made him burn, then I immediately could have leveled him up. They always do stuff like that. Let it be known that we have not seen a second Yeti crab this entire game. And I don't like that.
Ride that tide.
Okay. Well, at this point, I really do want to upgrade Puffer. But almost like if I upgrade Yeti Crab, let's check really quick. I'm pretty sure he does 6. Yeah, he does 6 at the next level, which is nice. I mean, that's 60 extra damage every time it goes off instead of 40. This guy just goes up 10. Yeah, it's always better to do our scaler in this, because he would just gain 10 poison in general, which would get him starting faster, but no reason to look for ammo items. Well, I was going to say, when I could click poison and have a chance to get this, which makes me feel even better that I didn't go for that upgrade there. Holy schmoly. And, I don't have much of a crit chance. So getting this guy's passive, or his skill, doesn't mean too much to me. This guy has an extra XP, which I probably don't level up regardless if I take the extra XP or not. But there's a... Actually, depending on what nodes I get, if I risk some coin, give 10 coin, get lucky on that, I can definitely level up again today. That seems pretty nice to me. 820 there at the end. Definitely scaling bigger. How much damage did that do direct? 3120, yeah. Okay. First 5 times use an item, each fight charge 1 item from another hero. I don't have items from another hero, but I'm gonna take it. Probably stupid to take it, but I'm gonna take it there. At this point, again, we're gonna keep health maxing. Oh, there, little pearl. You're interesting. Selling all you, because we're just looking for money, so we can go ahead and do that and look for our last thing here, which is another monster, which, again, so if we get a lucky node, we'll have the chance to actually level again if we take the big fight there. And this is perfect. It's gonna be 3 XP from this, because it's 2 XP from winning the fight and 1 XP from the node itself. So we'll actually get an extra XP, but regardless, it's perfect. This is like the best set of circumstances we could have got in this day, I think, to give us the chance to win any more days. Most likely, since we're so late in days right now. Wow, we actually got that. Okay, well, if you ever do crit, you're gonna be crazy. We have to look for Toxic Flame. And there it is. That's what I was saying earlier. I literally call this the Death Charge item, or the Death Charge skill, because it is just, it's perfectly made for this. But at this point, too, it's also going to scale the heck out of these guys. So this is the best chance we've ever had at smacking during this entire run. We're up a level on this guy, so we should have more health, because we've health maxed pretty decently for the past several days, unless he has dinosaurs, which he does. No, he has Bill Dozer. Okay, I thought it was dinos. He's still going to go off really, really fast. And then he's going to freeze me. Do I get to play? Okay, I think I get to play. I get to play. Go, 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 go. Oh my. That's what I'm looking for, baby. I didn't even get to scale that much because I killed him so quick. Oh, you punched him in the face like a child trying to take your candy. It's legal to do that, by the way. It's your candy. You can beat him up at that point. That is beautiful. Okay. Small burn, don't need. Transform, don't need. Could get a shield enchanted item. I actually love Mr. Richardson, but I want this orchid there. Oh, do I want this orchid there? I do. I do. Could have got the disguise. Don't really care at this point. Could have got a shielded Zork. Shielded Yeti Crab. Couldn't get shielded this guy, obviously, but... Too bad it got relaxed there, but we'll go ahead and keep health maxing. Almost a 7k health. Hello there, little narwhal. And we are to 7k now. I don't know if I can beat this guy. And honestly, I want Juggler. Like, he has some good frost stuff, some good freeze stuff in terms of skills, but I don't want him to just like perma-freeze me, because it's not like I have any radiant or freeze counters besides freezing him back and then just get smacked, especially when I need to make sure I level this day. So I'm not going to risk that. We'll beat the guy we can beat and not get Juggler, but hey, we got lucky on a few other skills this run, so I'm not going to be too crazy about that. We can just go Gumballs, or we can get this to see if we can get Yeti Crab. But at this point, we're scaling so much, Yeti Crab would be good. But when I can just get Gumballs and try to get this guy's crit chance up at the last second, because if this guy crits, that damage is absolutely amazing. Now, we're going to sell this, by the way, because we either lose or win on this one, so... What do we got here? Gold tier ammo item, gold tier item. We're just going to take the loot. I hope it's a cinders or cooldown, and it's across the board cooldown. That is as peak as it can get. 42, we can check medium items and see if we can get Puffer to diamond. We can take 300 raw health. That's 20. We should get more health from this, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, E14, because that's 10% of max health. That one's based on levels, so we'll take that. I could start with 25 extra damage, but like, again, the damage, the poison, all that kind of stuff is about scaling on these guys. It's not about starting values. And this guy is doing pretty darn good for himself too. Same level as us. Could potentially have more health, although we just got so much off that last little node there. So if he's dinosaurs, we lose probably. Yeah, he is dinosaurs. He has defense grid. I'm going to go off before him, which is nice. If I can just get the frickin'... Okay, oh, I'm freezing him. Okay, we win. Right? Let's go, baby! Take your dinosaurs and shove them on my beautiful little coochie, my boy. You are nothing. I'm so sick of getting my items destroyed every game. But no, today, I got to play the Bazaar. And it was really fun. That's what I'm looking for. This is why I'm just sitting on Vanessa right now. These items are just so insanely strong. Toxic Flame is so insanely strong. And with the Yeti Crab and just the combos you can do with Elemental Depth Charge, like, this combo is just so crazy, you know? We keep Zork in there, so when this does go off, gets the burn. It keeps these guys perma-hasted. This guy is still scaling. We have him in the entire game just because we really wanted a friend, but at the same time, he's scaling like crazy too. I didn't check his poison there at the end, but I guarantee you it was quite a bit. Getting the Obsidian on this guy is very nice, especially when we got foreboding winds. Of course, only 9% crit chance there. I didn't actually check if he hit any crits at the end because I was just so excited about thwapping that guy in the face. But then, really, the biggest things there that made us win is we had Stunning Strike and Quick Freeze. And those two things were the only way, which actually, we froze 2 of his big items, I think. You can, and you can freeze any size too, yeah. So being able to freeze those larges there actually was very nice. I do have a lot of chests. I think I might be able to do... I might be able to do a 20 chest opening. I've been saving them off camera and stuff. Oh, we also ranked up. Yay. I wish I could get this left-handed off my screen. But I can open some chests here for you really quick if you want to stick around for a second and see what we get out of those. I need to make my gems back because I spent my gems earlier on buying a stash, which you can kind of see throughout the video there. It says I have 25. I actually only have 22 of Season 3. I don't mean to say only. It's because I keep a chest from every season so far. But we can do 2 10-bangers, so let's start with 1. 1570 gems. I look how many gems I have before and after I open a bunch of chests because it's fun to watch them shoot up. Like, there you go. We got like 500 right there. Nothing that cool. We got a rank ticket back, though, which makes the run we just did free anyways, which is good because I wasted my free ticket earlier. And let's go ahead and do our second tenner. Yep. Okay, wait. Good chest. Oh, yes! I was going to say, I haven't got a single rug or board or anything of this season. Seal of Komats. Oh, that's that new enemy in the temple. That's actually a pretty cool board. Oh, I didn't know you could, like, drag these things over. And I'm only 60,624th person to get it. And I think I got all these items anyways. But still, pretty cool. We'll save the rest of the chests until I can get 8 more, and then we can do another 10-banger next time. But I got some gems back to me, too. So that's pretty cool. Either way, hope you guys did enjoy. Tell me what characters you guys are using right now, what combos and meta type stuff is working for you, or are you just saying, heck with it, I don't care how many wins I get, I want to have fun, and using stuff that's not even super meta. I'd love to know. For me, I'm kind of doing a mix of both, but for the most part, I do try to have fun, and I had a lot of fun with that build, and I think we took the right nodes and the right items and the right chances throughout the entire thing to get the 10 win that we honestly deserved. So, hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, you want to leave me a like or subscribe, and make sure you do hit that notification bell so you get these delivered straight to your inbox every single day. If you want to check out my Discord server, you can go ahead and join that in the description. And if you want some advanced GG, use my code Roger10 at checkout or the link in the description. It'll automatically apply to give you 10% off your order. That is going to do it for me today, though. So as always, have a great day.